Hello and welcome to beautiful sunny Tasmania. I just thought I'd make a video for those wondering whether you can put one of the Stedi Raptor light bars on an XLT. This is a 2019 model. The answer is you can, but you do have to make a few modifications. So here's my light bar that I installed. The reason I didn't go for the lower light bar is because I've got that hidden winch there, so I couldn't pop one in, and therefore I wanted to try and pop this one in. I know that it said on the website it's for Raptors only, and I thought I'd take a risk and see what happens. Excuse the dog barking. I'll throw in some B-roll now of just the slight modifications I had to make to the wiring up was fairly simple. There's another video that goes in depth a bit more, and I'll link to that down in the description because it's quite a good video and pretty simple to follow. Back to the just with the brackets for the Stedi light bar, just come in a bit closer, but with the Raptor, these sections on the grill must be in about 35mm further that way, because I've actually only got 2 screws in this bracket. I had thought about maybe spacing out between where the bracket and the light bar connect, spacing out 35mm, pushing the bracket 35mm that way, so I could actually get 6 screws in, I think, in each bracket. But once I put the 2 screws in on each side and I tightened up the light bar, it actually felt really solid, so I thought, bugger it, I'll just put it in as it is and see how it goes. I might, in about a month's time, after a bit of driving, just test it out, see if it's loosened off or anything, and then perhaps I might put that spacer in between the bracket and the light bar. But at this stage it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. It feels pretty solid. I've tested it out. I'll chuck in a bit more B-roll here now of the light on. One thing was, I thought it was flickering to begin with, and apparently that's a voltage issue with the battery. But I think it's just because when this car idles, it sort of shakes a bit, just being a diesel, and as soon as you hit the accelerator, what I thought was flickering disappears. I think it's just the car vibrating. So I'm going to pop the car on and turn the lights on, and I'll show you what it looks like. There we go. I've tested it out at night. Maybe I'll chuck some footage in of me driving at night. As you can see, it's a bit hard to see, but the high beams on the Ranger they're shit. They're no good. They're just halogen or whatever. I could replace them with LEDs. Same with the fog lights. That would be much better. But yeah, this light bar is awesome. So there she is. There we go. Now the Stedis. If anyone's wondering about the hidden winch, that cradle is actually made for a PX1, and at the time I wanted to put the winch in because I like the stock look of just having the bumper without putting a bull bar on. At the time they didn't make a winch cradle for a PX3. I think they do now. I've never seen it on another vehicle, but anyway, this one did work. I had to make a couple of little modifications. One being I had to cut a little bit out of the cradle here for the actual winch to fit. It's a carbon winch, 1250 or 12,500, 12,000 pounds. And I did have to drill new holes for the winch a little bit further forward on the actual cradle than the original ones, because the winch was hitting the intercooler. So I just had to bring it forward a little bit, but it does work, it does fit. I've had no problems, I've used it quite a few times. I did put a little bit of aluminium plate on the back of the winch, just because I found the winch rope was actually hitting the intercooler once it wound in, just slightly, so that alleviated that problem. I was a little worried about airflow getting to the intercooler, but don't seem to have a problem, and I do live in Tasmania, so it doesn't get too hot down here. Excuse the dog barking. I'll throw in some B-roll now of just the slight modifications I had to make to the back of that grille. Bear with me, I'm just going to shut the dog up. Dusty, shut up! Oi, come here. Dusty. Come here. Come on. Shut up. Anyway.